is Baby Jet joining them? Because once you're playing with them, it's more like they welcoming you into their fold, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I won't play football forever, and I have to give it a thought because it's been something that I've been thinking about all this within this short period of time. Sometimes I feel like I have a lot in me to deliver. It's something that I love to do. Football has been my life. It's my life, honestly. It has given me everything in life. So um, it's not about the money anymore because I'm a professional football player. Everybody wants like that's where we earn our money from. And I think I've gotten to a stage that I feel like it's just the love of the sport, and then to keep fit, and then to make people who want to see me happy. Yeah.
So in that case, it means that you would play competitive football again.
Yes, I would love to play, and it's something I'm thinking about. I need like a 2 months, strictly diet and training to play a competitive football. If I tell you I can play now, I'll be deceiving myself because football takes a lot of things, a lot of sacrifices, determination, and everything to play. As I'm sitting here, I've added weight. So before I can play any competitive football, I need to shade some weight and train, go on my diet. To be more like exactly like professional, to be on point, like 2 months, 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months. How
Yeah.
difficult is that? I mean, to do that, how difficult is
Yeah,
that?
very, very difficult. Sometimes, we get criticized, for no reason, and then sometimes we sit down and we just tell people, you don't know the sacrifices we put in this. I started playing professional football in 2003, and sometimes we eat this Ghanaian food, but sometimes, and we are all Ghanaians, we love Ghanaian food. Talking about fufu, maybe sometimes for all these years, maybe I eat fufu like two times in a year.
Oh, really?
You understand? For all this while, so there are certain things we don't do. So since I gave my time off, I'm doing those things. I'm eating fufu, eating banku, and all these things. So I feel like for all these days let me eat and enjoy myself a bit. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm still focused. I want the right timing to start training because there've been a lot of here and there, traveling here and there, businesses and everything. The talent is there, which I know, but the physical aspect is what I'm looking at. I don't want to just be training and then the break. I need more time, and then
Yeah.
I can
You know, talking about the talent, I remember when you were on Super Sports during the AFCON, you were with Arenze, the South African goalkeeper. And I remember very well, he said, this man here, 51 goals in 109 caps, should not be in the studio. He should be on the pitch. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, and I'll tell you one thing. When I said to people that you were coming on the show, they said, when is he going to play football again? Because maybe you may not know this, but as for him, if he decides to play football again, he should be in the national team. You're surprised, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, people have said it to me, and they said, "Oh, as for Asamoah Gyan, if he decides to play football again, let's take him. Let's get him to play for the national team again, because he's that talent is there. Once he's in the national team, he gives you the fear factor. And you know that at least go back could be the Obeshama.
Yeah. I'm grateful for what he said. I've become a household name, and people know me to be scoring goals. And everything. So what I would say is, last time I said I have to be fit. The talent wise, I'm like everything is okay. Mentally everything is good. Physically is the problem. To score goals, you need to move. You need to do a lot of training work to do the finishing touches. So yeah, of course, people know what I can do, and I also believe in what I can do when I'm on the field, 100%. There's no doubt on my mind. So I just need to be fit, and then keep the ball going.
But what kind of level would you be playing your next football? Would it be local club? Are you thinking international?
International, I don't know, but locally, yes. That one I'm sure about that.
Okay.
If I want to play I have to play locally.
Liberty or Hearts?
Kotoko.
Thank you. Baby Jet.
Why did you skip Kotoko?
No, she's a Hearts of Oak fan.
How can you do Liberty and go to Kotoko?
I'm a huge Kotoko fan.
Thank you.
Huge. But Accra Suffolk, for all these years, I was born in Accra. I admire them from afar. I some of the players I played with played in Accra Suffolk, who are my friends. So I can never disrespect Accra Suffolk, but I'm a Kotoko huge fan. It doesn't mean if I see Accra Suffolk, I will be no. They are a huge club, but I've got my team that I support. And so they
and you want to play for that team.
I'm disappointed. I shouldn't have asked the question.
Oh no, it's good you asked. At least.
Listen. I have two brothers, right?
Yeah.
One supports Accra. It's a huge Accra Suffolk fan. It doesn't mean I have to support Accra Suffolk. I remember my Liberty days. Whenever Liberty is playing Accra Suffolk, he used to insult me and then be bullying me at home. But at the end of the day, I remember it was 1-1. I scored and Domote equalized. And then I think the top four, we beat them by 1-0. I scored. So I came home and then he didn't talk to me for like a week. So it's fun. It doesn't mean we are family, so all of us we support.
No.
I'm Heart, he's Kotoko, and we do the show. So
it's good that you are Kotoko.
Hey, Kotoko dear. Hey.
Fantastic team, African team. So
fabulous.
The best. Fabue.
Phobia.
Oh, Java said. So
don't worry. Wait next year.
Wait. Have you heard that? Wait next year. Next year, let's start together. It looks like this year we started before you. So next year, let's start together. No, but talking about Ghana, let me just find this out from you. Would you want to play the Black Stars again?
I'm available. So far as having retired yet in football or having retired from the national team, I'll be available at any time. But unless I'm fit, if I'm not fit, there's no way I can go on the field. I'll be deceiving myself. I'll be deceiving people. Okay. So I always say, even to play competitive football, I have to be ready to be on the pitch. Not because I'm Asamoah Gyan, people know what I can do. I'll just go and stand there and then be doing nothing. At least to contribute, at least. So I just need to be fit. That's the most important thing. Talent-wise, everything-wise, I'm good. But physically, I have to be ready to play.
Great. So how's the feeling when we qualified for to the World Cup?
Great feeling. People had doubts in their mind. Playing against Nigeria at this level. On paper, they were ahead of us, and we should accept it on paper. I think we are destined to qualify, because if you see how everything went, we didn't create any chance. We didn't create chances enough. But we went to Nigeria. We had one shot on goal, and then we scored. And it was 1-1. So it wasn't like something extraordinary. We were destined to qualify. Kumasi, it was 0-0. Yeah. Nigeria, it was 1-1, but Ghana went through with one shot on goal. So all around, I would say we were destined to qualify.
Why? He says, oh. And was he always having that feeling whenever he was going to play a match? He said, no. How does it feel when you people are going to play?
Yeah, it depends. Honestly, when, example, I take myself as an example. If I'm a coach, and I play football, like my team goes to the field, and we don't create chances enough. If we don't create chances, me, the coach, will be worried. I want my team to create chances and miss. When we miss, we know we will be able to create opportunities and everything, and that is the positive thing. And we have some days that everybody always, it wasn't your day. Create the chances, but when you don't create at all, and then we are watching and you don't create any chance at all, I'll be worried. You understand? For example, before, when Black Star is going, this guy will do it, this one will do it. But this is a new generation altogether. Sometimes when we are going to play, you don't know where the goals will come from.
Okay.
But it's a generational thing. Somebody will say, "Oh, 1962 for no, yeah, they're saying 19 way for." So it's a generational thing, but it's a new team that we're building. You know, Ghana is building. You see new faces, young players coming up. You know, it's a new thing. For me, my advice: we should lower our expectations for now. You know, and then build the new team. Because
why should we lower our expectations for now?
Because we know we are Ghana. We have done it before. You know, coming to this level, we are Ghana. But maybe the players involved are not maybe ready enough. So we should give them time, you know, to make sure they get there. You know, when you put pressure, it's very, very difficult. You know, a player going to replace Messi at Barcelona. You know, there's pressure. You know, so the fans have to just.
How did you feel when you were brought into the national team? Talking about this pressure, and you know, I was talking about Sinapia, who says, "Oh, when he is going to play ball, at least he knows that he can actually create those chances you talk about."
Yeah.
But when you are outside watching, you don't know what is going to happen. But how did you feel when you got into the national team and when you were invited into the national team?
It's something that I prophesied before. You know, when I was in JSS at that time, it wasn't JHS, it was JSS. At that time, I used to tell my friends, you know, that time Ghana hadn't qualified to the World Cup. You know, sometimes I used to tell them, the first day I wear the national team jersey, we'll go to the World Cup. You know, so when it came to pass, it wasn't surprising because I said it before. You know, and my first game against Somalia, I was on the bench. You know, and Ram Zumdik was like, he had confidence in me. You know, he brought me from that under 23. You know, we were like 4 players who were graduated into the senior team. You know, so he told me, "Hey, just go and play." You know, so I came on, and I was able to score my first game. Honestly, I was tensed though, you know, because it was my first game. You know, and honestly, all the people were so supportive. You know, at that age, 17 years at that time, people behind were so supportive, and that made me do what I had to do.
Yes. So our question to you is, what was the Ghanaian thing that you first traveled outside the country with?
Wait.
Yes.
Mighty Power.
What for?
It's your putty.
It's your putty. What are you going to use it for?
Hey, Mighty Power. Share. You know, it makes you strong. You know, like, yeah, sometimes I'm like, Mighty Power. And one day, I remember the first time, like, it was Mighty Power.
Okay.
But the second time was fish. You know,
Which
frozen one.
Okay.
You know, frozen one and condo.
Oh, really?
Nanga.
What do you come and go?
You see, I'm talking. Share.
Wow.
Nanga. And this condo thing, it was like, it's my boys, you know, those who I live with. You know, but I had to take it along and then put it in.
Were you ever caught?
No, I just put it there. They wrap it nice. I think it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing at all. It's not a bad thing at all. But the Mighty Power.
It's your putty.
It's your putty. I remember that one.
The Mighty Power. Sometimes when I take it, I feel like, hey, Mighty Power, I'm doing advert for you. Come and see me later.
And then you pay Joy FM.
And I'll pay Joy FM too.
Yeah, all right.
So Mighty Power, if you hear this, come and let's.